Que hola, mi gente. What's up? Hope you guys are all having a good weekend. Thank you for taking some time out of your festivities to tune into episode 2 of Cafecito y Cuba. I'm here with my cafecito, con espumita y todo. And I'm ready to talk about Cuba. Este sigue estaba bueno. And so without further ado, we did see a lot of Cuba-related news this week. The Engage Cuba Coalition actually put out a report about a study that they conducted, which found that over 12,000 jobs and over $6.5 billion in revenue are the expected losses from the reversal in Cuba policy if it's put into place as we currently believe that it's going to be. And so over half of this revenue loss and over 80% of the job losses are coming from the airline and the cruise line industries. And as you probably would guess, most of these flights and cruises are leaving from the Port of Miami and from Miami International Airport, respectively. And so, why does this matter? Why is it important? Well, this matters because Trump, one of the reasons that he cites for doing this, for shifting Cuba policy, is that he is fulfilling a campaign promise to a group that he believes put him in office, and that is the Cuban American community. But the Cuban American community, residing predominantly in South Florida and in Miami, they're going to be some of the ones that are losing their jobs in these industries. And I don't think they'll take too kindly to that. And moreover, these individuals have taken advantage of the eased travel restrictions to Cuba and have not only visited their families on the island, but they've also sent money and supplies to the island. And now if that door is sort of shut in their face, I think that the White House could experience some more opposition and pushback than they expect. And so, moreover, this Engage Cuba Coalition report did not even include agricultural numbers. If you include numbers of agricultural exports from farmers here in Florida and up north in Georgia that currently export to Cuba, these job losses jump from 12,000 to over 14,500, excuse me. And the revenue losses jump from $6.5 billion to over $8 billion. So that is just absolutely staggering. And then finally, on the environmental climate front, we did see a lot with the Paris Agreement and the U.S. pulling out of that. How does Cuba play in there? Something related this week that happened was that Cuba hosted a global renewable energy forum in which over 20 significant countries, including the U.S., participated. So that's a bit of good news. Little hint of good news in the sea of all of the other turmoil, but as the Cubans say, no es fácil, but we have to seguir luchando and always moving para arriba y para adelante. Thank you so much for listening, guys. I'll be back next week.